Yeah, but we live. Oh, light it up. Hey, Shalom, Israel. We at the ISUPK start on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. We've been spreading this truth since 1969 that Blacks, Hispanics, and Latinos are the true Israelites of the Bible. You understand? First Nation people, we understand, like, we are the true Israelites of the Bible, and the Most High is for us, and our oppressor is the devil. You understand? I've been doing a whole lot of research in this to get this class together, man. You understand? And I realized something, that our pastors got a whole lot of explaining to do, man. Right. Because I realized that, because I'm about to break down the whole, I don't want to destroy people's ideas wanting to celebrate birthdays. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The zodiac signs. I don't know how many times I've been asked, what's my zodiac sign? You know what I'm saying? Like, just all that. I want to break down the days of the week, the months, and I'm going to try to break all that. You guys understand? You understand? Oh, we got, let's give it up for setting in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Always with us. You know what I mean? Shalom, brothers and sisters. Quick question. Okay, how do you follow Christ, and what does it look like? Okay, that's an excellent question. How do you follow Christ, and what does it look like? So following Christ is first, you know what I mean, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how you follow Christ. That's the exact way to follow Christ. Some of those, what are some of the laws that we taught? Just, but love your brother like yourself. Right. You understand? Don't commit adultery. You know what I mean? Don't sleep with your brother's wife. Right. You understand? The way we treat each other. We treat each other like heaven is here on earth. And it can be like, that's all we need is for us to get right. You understand? Go ahead, you gotta speak up real loud, okay?
Basically, like, what you're trying to say is like basically like brotherhood.
Brotherhood. That's excellent. I'm glad you said that. That's excellent. Brotherhood sums it all up. You know what I'm saying? Like too. That's exactly what it looks like. That's what heaven looks like. You understand? You don't have to die, you know what I mean, to get to heaven. That's what being an Israelite. I mean, that's what following Christ looks like. You got a second part to that question? Wow, that was it. Yeah, that's what, you know what I mean. And first off, following Yahushua means getting into the ISUPK. You understand? Like, you can't just chime in on classes. You know what I mean? Why class? Like, the scriptures say that the kingdom not going to be built with observation. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You can't just be online and watching. You know what I mean? You gotta get active. You gotta get your hands to move from the ground. You know what I'm saying? Get active. Yeah, you gotta be active, man. You know what I mean? Like, and you asking that question, it definitely sounds like you want to be active. So, you know what I mean? Come in. You know what I mean? Seti, and I'm assuming that's a brother. You know what I mean? Right. I've seen Seti in the chat a few times. You know what I mean? But I'm assuming it's a brother. It's a lot if it's not. But you know what I mean? Yeah, man, just like come in class, come to the high holy days, come to the Passover. That's definitely the Christ-like right there. Right. You know what I mean? Coming to the Passover. You know what I mean? Like everything Christ did, everything he sacrificed, everything. Like the scriptures, what the scriptures about your loving your woman. You know what I mean? Now, let me get it because I'm paraphrasing a lot of scriptures. Let me try. Just that love your. He said love you like Christ loved the church. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. If I could, you got that. Go ahead.
Are you trying to say like the scripture where it says like, how are you supposed to love me if you don't love your brother?
You got to speak up. Say it again.
Are you saying the scripture that where it says like, how do you love me if you don't love your brother?
Well, that's perfect too. But that's more along the lines of people that say they love God. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's Ephesians 5:25. Yes. Say it again. Ephesians chapter 25. Chapter 5, verse 25.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church.
You understand? This say, husband, love your wives. This right here, this in the scripture tell you that when you get a wife, you get a possession. You know what I mean? So if you get that woman is your possession, meaning that you need to protect that woman. Like you protect your possessions. You know what I mean? Like my child is my possession. I'm going to protect my possession. I'm going to give my life for my possession. You understand? That's what you do as a wife. I mean, as a husband. And that's what Yahweh did for the church. You understand? He said, even as Christ also loved the church. We are the church. You know what I mean? The church is not that physical place that you see in them big ass buildings,
Right.
You know what I mean? Castles that you see on the roads and everything. You know what I mean? It's all over the hood. That's not the churches. The church is where we assemble.
Right.
The church is the people, not the building. You understand? He said, love, you know what I mean? He said, love your wives as he loved the churches.
Right.
And what did Yahweh do for the churches? What did he do for us? What did he do for the people? You understand? He died for us.
Right.
He gave his life for us. You understand? That's what you like. That's what you do, man. You understand? Hold on one second. What he said? He said something else.
Yeah.
So what happens if you miss a Passover? Will you make it into the kingdom?
Oh, you. Let me ask you something, Sadie. Are you do you know your nationality? You know what I mean? You know your national. Do you know what your father's nationality is? I'm gonna give him a second to answer that. You know what I mean? But yeah, Yahweh gave his life for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even in our wrongdoing. You know what I mean? When he was up being crucified, one of the worst deaths ever. Like if you ever read up on the crucifixion and how a person dies for being crucified, you ever actually read that up? You see, it's heavy.
Yeah.
Man, you suffer. It's, you know what I mean? You suffocate your lung. Everything collapses. You up.
Right.
You understand? Like and for hours. Like you know what I mean? Like
Until you die.
until you until you die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and Yahweh knew that he knew his fate.
Right.
He actually prayed to the Most High. You understand? He didn't pray to himself, Christians.
Right.
You understand? He's not God.
Right.
He didn't pray to himself. He prayed to Yahweh. He prayed to Yahweh, the power. You understand? The Most High God. He prayed and he said, "Look, I know you want this to happen, but please, if it be one any other way, you know what I mean, that this can go down, if it could, you know, hey, look, you know what I mean. Please, if there's any other way, you know what I mean, it can happen. I can look out for my people because I love them.
But your will be done."
He said after that, he sold it up, man. Like that's like for you to know, everybody knows about crucifixion. Like Rome was famous for crucifying people.
Right.
They would do the roads. You would see people like that was their capital punishment for traitors. You know what I mean? For people that went against like rogues, what they call them, not refugees, what they call them. Not renegades. What was Christ?
I know what you're talking about.
I can't even get the word.
You're talking about
Revolutionary. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Revolutionary people that wanted to come up against them. That's what they did. They hung. You know what I mean? It was hung like that. Yahweh knew about it, and he had that fear, but he knew there was something better in store. He knew that he had to save us because he was our head. You understand?
Right.
It's like get ahead of your woman. You need to be able to be ready to sacrifice for her, man. You understand? Right. Go ahead. What he said? He said something else?
No.
Oh, he never replied?
No, he didn't reply.
So, Sadie, if you know, just, you know what I mean? Just, if you know your nationality, just type it in, you know what I mean? So we can make sure that, you know, we speaking to a brother or, you know, me or sister.
Blacks and Hispanics.
It's blacks and Hispanics only, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, this is Israel, man. Like, America has plenty. Every holiday that we celebrate, it's not for us. We do it, but we should know that it's not for us. Every holiday is against us for the most part,
right?
Especially what's Thanksgiving coming up. The stamps got canceled, and I was wondering. I'm like, dang, you know what I mean? The white man, you know what I mean? He messed up because he know that we the biggest supporters, you know what I mean, in Thanksgiving. But I was wondering, like, how they gonna make that happen? But of course they did. You know what I'm saying? They talking about reinstating them. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's tomorrow. Oh yeah. Well, they was talking about soon they're gonna reinstate them. So partial. I think it's partial payment is gonna come out. If not all the food stamps. I'm not sure if they said they're gonna try to stop it. I think before 35 days, or in 35 days, something like that.
It's almost 35 minutes, right?
Yeah, so I guess it's soon they gonna stop it. Go ahead, man.
Wait, they stole the word holiday from us. It's like we have holy days,
Right.
and we have
Oh, yeah,
holy
yeah.
days.
That's an
They
excellent
have
point.
holiday days.
Yeah, because it's kind of a deviation from off of high holy day.
Right.
There's this holiday
Yeah.
coming
So
from
holy means
holy
separate.
day. Yeah, exactly. It's a separate day. But all right, I guess we can go ahead. Let me go ahead and break. Yeah, and I don't know how you got to this, but that's perfect because let me read this. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I want to destroy all thoughts,
Right.
all happiness that we have for birthdays, everything. I'm gonna start off with this right here. This is from the Satanic Bible. Anybody ever heard of that? Ever heard of that? The Satanic Bible? Yeah, Satanic. You ever heard of this? Sir?
Yeah.
The Satanic. So this is from the Satanic Bible. They say the highest of all holidays in the Satanic religion is the date of one's own birthday. This is in direct contradiction to the holy of holies, holy days of other religions, which deify a particular God who has been created in an anthropomorphic form of their own image, thereby showing that the ego is not really buried. The Satanist feels, why not really be honest? And if you're going to create a God in your image, why not create that God as yourself? Every man is a God if he chooses to recognize himself as one.
Right.
So the Satanist celebrates his own birthday as the most important holiday of the year. After all, aren't you happier about the fact that you were born than you are about the birth of someone you have never ever met? Or, for that matter, aside from the religious holidays, why pay higher tribute to the birthday of a president or to a date in history than we do to the day we were born in this greatest of all worlds? Despite the fact that some of us may have been wanted, or at least we're not particularly planned. Sorry, let me. Despite the fact that some of us may not have been wanted, or at least not were particularly planned, we're glad even if no one else is that we're here. You should give yourself a pat on the back by yourself. Whatever you want, treat yourself like the king or god that you are, and generally celebrate your birthday with as much pomp and ceremony as possible.
Right.
You understand? And that's from the Satanic Bible. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? So like
That's it. They giving you the truth.
and it kind of, and that's the true meaning of birthday. You know how they always say, what's the true meaning of Christmas?
Right.
You understand? That's the true meaning of birthdays right there. It's to celebrate and to big yourself up.
Right.
This is from the Satanic Bible. This way they get their breakdowns from. You understand? They blazing that camp with it, you know what I mean, with this info. And they giving you, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They got their people yelling, you know what I mean? That's right, in the background, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we all, you know what I mean? We all out celebrating it, right? Giving it all the reverence in the world, you understand? And all of this is pagan. And all of this comes back to, and I want to let everybody know, hopefully by the end of the class, that you'll realize that if you're not in the ISUPK, then you're pretty much pagan.
Right.
You understand? Every celebration that the world celebrates is pagan. Everything. If you want to name it, I guarantee I can get it back to some pagan roots.
Right.
You understand? Now, of course, there's something like a baby shower. There's no roots in that.
Right.
You know what I mean? No evil roots in that. You know what I mean? We got all the new stuff that's coming up. The pop balloon, the gender reveal.
Gender reveal.
Yeah. All that. You know, that stuff. It's no pagan customs in it. You understand? But everything else. Go ahead, man.
Like people might say, like, people that are not in the truth, like, if you're in the truth, you should know what that's a sin. Like, but people that's out of the truth, like, if people ask why that's a sin, because it's a sin because we're supposed to only worship God.
Right. There you go.
And
Yeah.
if we're not, and like, if we're only supposed to worship God, why would you think we're supposed to worship ourselves?
Exactly. And it's so
We
easy
have
that
no-
an 8-year-old can understand it.
Right.
You understand? But we can't understand it. And also, too, if there's any questions on or off topic, you know what I mean? Sis, definitely, if you got any questions, you know what I mean? Just ask your questions on or off topic. It don't matter. You understand? You still didn't answer?
Nah.
All right, okay. All right, so let me get into these pagan origins, you know what I mean, of the birthday celebrations. So some historians note that in ancient pagan customs, cultures, it was believed that evil spirits were more active during significant life changes. You understand?
Right.
Such as the transition to a new year of age. You understand? Celebrations with friends, with well wishes, were thought to offer protection against these malevolent forces. Now, this is the thing, like pagans, they don't know how it feels to have the protection that we had from the Most High. So they pretty much they worship everything. A pagan, you give a pagan anything in front of them, and the sun come up, they're gonna worship that thing and be like, "This is the reason why the sun came up." You know what I mean? Now my crops are gonna grow. You know what I mean? They gonna worship whatever. You know what I mean? So ancient Greeks believed that a person's spirit attached any individual birth and had a mythical connection to the god whose birth coincided with the person's birth. And this is how we get into astrology. You understand? So the recording of birthdays was critical in ancient times for casting horoscopes, linking birthday celebrations to astrological practices. You understand? Even down to the cake, the candles, everything is pagan.
Right.
The cake was it's shaped like it was round, shaped like the moon.
Right.
And of course, the candle that you put on the cake was to illuminate the cake so it looks like the moon shining.
Right.
You understand? That's the whole thing. Go ahead, man. You got it. Come on with it, man.
So like, this is kind of off topic, but like in school, like I'm learning about like the government and stuff like that, and every time we talk about that lesson, I'd be like,
say it again. Every time what?
Every time we talk about the lesson about the U.S. Congress, whatever it is,
Congress, yeah, go ahead.
conversation about it's basically about the government, and I'll be thinking like, what did the American government ever do for me to be having a whole lesson about it?
Oh, see, that's the reason why. First off, you gotta understand you're behind enemy lines.
Right.
You're gonna have to learn their culture. This is like those things. To be here, you gotta understand. Like Scripture say, be in the world, don't be of the world. You understand? You gotta be here. You gotta be present. You gotta learn those things. You know what I mean? Just like we gotta learn the English language. You know, our language is the Lashawan Kodash, the Holy Tongue. That's our language, the Hebrew. But you know what I mean? We gotta learn English.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or you're gonna fall behind. You know what I mean? Like you gotta understand these things. A lot of these things, having an understanding about it, can get you to a better job. You know what I mean? But like I said with the scripture, you gotta be in the word. You don't gotta be of it. You don't have to make it a part of your life, but you gotta know it.
Right.
You gotta know your enemy. You understand? You gotta know their ways of how to navigate through it. You know what I mean? So it's important, pay attention, understand it, H-date, test, you know what I mean? You beat them with their own weapon. Lawyers do it all the time.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's important. It's very important, man. So don't ever just take it as, you know what I mean? I don't gotta learn this, man. I wish I come in hopefully by 14 and I get all the knowledge that you can. You know what I mean? And like I said, we might need you. We definitely gonna need lawyers in the truth. You know what I mean? we're gonna need all types of workers that can navigate through this hell that we in. You know what I'm saying? Navigate through this. All right, if I could, let me get Genesis chapter 40, verse 20. We can get into because when you read the Bible, there's no Israelites that ever celebrated their birthday. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Yahushua is our king, and he's never had a birthday celebration. But yet, every year, we have a birthday celebration, or it's supposed to be a birthday celebration. Right. I never seen anywhere where there's been a party for Yahushua, you know what I mean, or party for Jesus. Right. You know what I mean? They put gifts at the, you know what I mean, the altar or whatever. Every holiday, every Christmas, everybody get gifts for themselves. Yeah, right. That's selfish. It's selfish, like the definition of selfish. Why it would make sense? You know what I'm saying?
They would say that was Christ's birthday.
Right, it's Christ's birthday.
It's Christ, right?
Right. What you gonna give me for Christ's birthday?
I'm a whole going to a boom.
Right. You can't do that with it. I might as well go ahead. Right. Open it up. You got that, sir?
Come. Genesis chapter 40, verse 20. And it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday.
All right, so this right here, so backdrop. This is when Joseph was in Egypt, and he was telling them what their dream was. Like, how do you say it? Translating their dreams.
Yeah,
prophesying. Was it prophet?
Yeah.
I want to say something different, but yeah, that's too loud. Yeah, but he was, you know what I mean, telling them what their dreams meant. You know what I mean? So he told them that, you know what I mean, one of his brothers was going to get the head cut off. You know what I mean? So he let them know this. You know what I mean? So, and this right here, this is a Pharaoh's birthday. This is a party. You understand? And just like our parties, what always happens?
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody get unalived.
Fight break out.
Fight break out. You know what I mean? Somebody see somebody dead. Oh, your head? Okay. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. But go ahead. Do it, sir.
I'm starting at the top again.
Come on.
Genesis chapter 40, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants. And he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants. Verse 21. And he restored the chief butler unto his butlership again.
And check this out, man. This is how it be. You know what I mean? He got all these servants. He's raising up some of them. You know what I mean? But that's still they around the rest of us that's struggling, living. You know what I mean? We like the, you know what I mean? You got the field, and you got the house. You know what I mean? He bigging up the house dudes. You know what I mean? Right. Giving them raises all in front of us. We just looking. You know what I mean? Struggling. We struggling inside them in them fields and living hard. Go ahead, sir.
And he gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand.
Sorry, go ahead.
Verse 22. But he hanged the chief baker. He hung him. This is on his birthday. Birthday is supposed to be, you're supposed to be happy as hell on your birthday. Right.
Yeah, it's a celebration. You're supposed to be celebrating,
right, having a good time.
And he thinking about unaliving, not just unaliving somebody, taking their head off. You know what I mean? Hanging them. That's happy. Go ahead, sir.
As Joseph had interpreted to them.
You understand? Now he forgot that. Go ahead, Salaki.
Verse 23. Yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph, but forgot him.
You know what I'm saying? They forgot all about, you know what I mean, Joseph letting them know that this is going to happen. Nobody remembered it. But that's the birth. That's the first celebration of a birthday. There's only two of them. Let's get the other one. The other one is what's that? Is that Matthew? Matthew 14, verse 6.
Verse 14.
Okay. Matthew chapter 14, verse 6. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Okay, yeah, we start at 6. You want to get? You got it? Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 14, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
But when Herod's birthday was kept,
Herod's birthday was kept. Another birthday. This was another birthday celebration where somebody over top of us should be happy as hell. I mean,
Right.
you got slaves. What the hell more do you want? You understand? We under you. We doing what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, we building your kingdom. Go ahead.
you want me to start from the top?
No, you keep going.
The was kept the door of
Herodias.
Herodias danced before them.
You understand? So she danced like this is the daughter of Herodias. She dancing in front of the king. You know what I mean? I'm always imagining, you know what I mean, a lap or hey, okay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What's the
Basically, that was the dance that she was doing. It was a seductive dance.
a seductive dance. There we go.
You know, it's a seductive.
Perfect. A seductive dance. Go ahead.
Please, Herod.
Oh, he was pleased. He on it. He loved it. He didn't do that thing, girl. I go ahead.
I'm set.
Verse 7.
Verse 7. Whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask.
So he made an oath. He's so in love. He's so whipped already that he said, I'm gonna give you whatever you want. That's how dudes talk at the strip club.
There's no.
What you doing here? But man, it knows all the way open. Look, why you in here? I'm too pretty to be in. Come on. I can change your life. You know what I'm saying? You know who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see who around me.
You said she didn't know. You don't know who I am.
Right. Go ahead. Keep going.
Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
And she being before instructed of her mother.
So she's saying, so before she danced on this man, her mother already told her, you know what I mean? She told her before she probably got her dressed.
Mm-hmm.
Dressed all up. And listen to me, baby.
Right.
You better use what you got.
Get what you want.
To get what you want.
Right.
She did all right. She did her makeup. She did that. She talked to her mother and instructed her before she went there. Go ahead.
Said, give me her
Here.
John Baptist.
She said, give me here. Go ahead.
In a charger.
She said, give me John the Baptist head in a charger. That's what she wanted. She told her daughter, she said that's what she wanted. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 9. And the king was sorry.
So he was like, dang. He was sorry. He was like, he was thinking in his head that, yeah, I'm going to give her whatever she asked for. We heard that.
He made that promise to her.
God, he made that promise. Yeah, like in those times.
King's word.
There you go. There you go, sir. That's his word. His word is bond. He knew he said it. He had to do whatever it was. He was sorry.
Hey, oh, man.
Yeah, man. Really?
You ever woke up one day and your wallet was empty? She got it. Well, she got him.
She got it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Nevertheless,
Mm-hmm.
for the oath's sake,
Mm-hmm. For the oath's sake. Go ahead.
and them which sat with him at meat,
Mm-hmm.
he commanded it to be given her.
He said, look, all right. That's what you want. All right. That's what baby want, baby. Get that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they went Yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead and finish it up.
And his head was brought in a charger
Uh-huh. Oh,
and given to the
hold on, man. You skipped 10.
wait. And he sent and beheaded John in the prison.
So he didn't get him. He didn't tell him, go get John. You know, man, I got some business. Or go ahead, get him. I need to execute him. No, they did it in the prison.
Right.
That's how he made sure it was done.
You want to see it.
That ain't no waiting. Get these papers due and none of that.
Right.
So, man, he sent for him, and they went and did it. They went and beheaded him, man. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And his head was brought in a charger and given to the damsel. She brought it to her mother.
She brought it to her mother. You understand? All that. That's a birthday. That's the things that people in power do on their birthdays. That's the two examples of a birthday that we have in the scriptures.
Right.
You understand? No Israelites celebrated their birthdays. We don't even keeping time was not even a thing that we did. You understand? We go by seasons. We go by Passovers. You understand? And I'm glad you said days. So that's this is what the scripture say, that we are ruled by children. What's that multifold? Twofold scripture.
Children are our oppressors.
Children are our oppressors. Children are our oppressors. Children, we are oppressed by children. The twofold precept. You know what I mean? On the one side, our oppressors are children. And the thing is,
You want me to get it?
go ahead.
I'll read it. What is it?
Man, you know where it's at?
I'll get it. So I'll get it.
Good. You understand? I told you guys just type it in KJV. You know what I mean? Just make sure it's the right one. You'll get a few out of them. Sometimes you gotta skim through it. But that's how you get it. Yeah. So while y'all looking for that, just let me know when you got it. So let's go through. I'm gonna go through the days of the week. You know about the days of the week? How they got their names? Yeah. All right. So let's go through the days of the week. I'm gonna go through the days of the week and the months of the year. You know what I mean? Let's go through all the origins and the roots and all that. You understand? I'm gonna try to get as many precepts in, but I really want to get through this information because this is what's going to hit. A lot of people don't understand this stuff. So the 7-day week was adopted by the Romans, by the Babylonians, who associated each day with a celestial body: the sun, the moon, and the 5 visible planets. The Romans later replaced the names, or some of the names, with their own gods, and these were further adapted by Germanic tribes. So Sunday, if anybody want to take a guess at with that, but Sunday, like what does it mean or whatever?
I got the precept. It's the worship of the sun.
The worship of the sun. You know where the name come from? You said you got a precept?
Yeah, I got the
The
precept.
sun god Ra.
The sun. Sun. It is the sun god.
It should be Ra, right?
Is it Ra?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I got the precept.
Go ahead, read that precept.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Children are their oppressors. Children are our oppressors, man. So we about to read how a bunch of made up gods is the days of the week.
Right.
They named after heroes or made up heroes, mythological stories, you know what I mean? That people decide to make days of the week.
Hero.
They are heroes. You know what I mean? That's who we look up to these people.
Right.
We want to intertwine with these people. I just seen an interview. Man, what's the dude name? Alex Thomas. And the only reason I know his name because he was on the interview.
Right.
Y'all might know him. Y'all look him up. Y'all know him. He's comedian dude. You know, like a lot of funny movies.
Oh,
You know, like Don't Be a Menace. I forgot. He was on the Jamie Foxx show. I think the later seasons, Jamie Foxx.
okay.
Little short, dark skinned dude. Funny. This dude, I just seen an interview with him. Man, this dude talked about how he turned down the opportunity to be in Friday? No, Baby Boy. It was a scene in Baby Boy. He said it was a pointless scene. The scene, they wound up not even using it, but the scene was he supposed to be doing something crazy with a dude wife or something, and he come in and beat him up. It was this quick cameo. He was like, I decided, I turned it down because I wanted to do something better.
Right.
So, John Singles asked him, that was my man, but I didn't want to do it. So then he was like, right after that, they hit him up about doing one of the Friday movies.
Right.
He like, I don't know which one of them it was. There's so many Fridays, I don't know which one. But then he said, in the midst of that, he said he turned it down because he was doing Castaway.
Right.
Movie Castaway, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was doing that. So he said, he was like, I didn't want to mess that up.
Right.
He said, so I turned down that. He's like, I don't want to just be known as the dude in black movies.
Right.
See, I want to be in a movie with just a good white film.
Right.
I want to quote him verbatim because he said some wild, corny shit. Like, it was crazy stuff. But he like, what he said? He said, man, so he said, it never made it. He did the scene, but then they cut it out. Right. It was too long. The movie was too long. So he cut his part out.
Right.
So he like, man, I was thinking that was going to change my life. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm in a white movie with Tom Hanks, and I forgot the lady name, Kate something. Right. I forgot her name. I think she was in a lot of movies in the 90s. But he like, man, I'm in a movie with them. This is going to change my life. People going to know me. Right. Because I'm in a movie, with Tom Hanks. White people going to know my name. Right. And just the way he was talking, I was just envisioning like black people in the 40s, 30s, want to, be integrated so bad with these people. And it's like you don't even know what you could have, like, black movies is where, like, we got a big genre. I don't even know if you just call it black movies. It's just a goddamn movie. Like, why? It's good movies out.
But see, it's the same thing, right? Integrate, right? We had our own restaurant, but we wanted to eat at white people.
Yeah. They wanted to go because
seemed like something was going to be better.
Yeah.
We know it wasn't the food. You know what I'm saying? But to be somewhere where you're not supposed to be, but you're there.
Right.
That's the whole thing about it. And he missed out on a whole lot because he wanted to sit with the white people.
Yeah. And they didn't even play it. And then they
didn't even play it. And that's the messed up part because he would have been in 2 movies.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we used to say this, right? Way back in the day. When you try to get all the girls, you don't get no girls. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to pick and pick and pick and pick, and then you end up with nothing. You know what I mean? Right. That's what happened.
It was over picking.
Right. Well, it's the same thing that happened with us in integrating with our oppressor. In integrating with our oppressor, we lost everything we had, and now we have nothing. You know what I mean? And now we got to look to the oppressor for everything that we need. But anyway, go ahead. You got to try.
Go ahead, use fantastic. Go ahead with that precept. Was that it? No, it wasn't it. The Raj. The precept.
Wait, where was we at? Okay. And women rule over them. Oh my people, they were to lead the country to earth, to destroy the way of.
Hold on, man. Yeah.
I'm reading some lot.
God.
All right. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening right here. But with the and I ain't even get into it yet, but that's what happened pretty much with birthday and the zodiac signs and all that. It was the early Christians actually were against it. They were against birthdays. Right. It wasn't a thing to do. They knew it had pagan customs, but they were against it. But being the horrors that Christianity and church brings, they wanted people to come in. So it's funny thing. I go to war with Chat GPT. Like I be in there, you think that's my rib,
right?
Man, we go at it because she don't know. Like you can't just ask her one question. You gotta keep going, right? Because you can ask her something and she'll be like, "Well, that's actually not true," and then you gotta drill her, and then she'll be like, "Well, yes, I understand that, and there is evidence to support that." Why would you just say that?
If it's evidence to support it, then that makes it true, then, right?
Exactly. Yeah. You told me, you said it's ChatGPT. That's America, right?
Right.
All right. What's the one that's not in America?
I like DeepSeek.
DeepSeek. That's how I started using.
That's the one that
That's the one you use more because she be trying to be so politically correct.
DeepSeek just get right to it. Right?
Yeah.
No, this is it.
And Gemini.
Just like I asked about Heathen because I wanted to break down heathens too because I feel like a lot of people don't really understand that heathens are the other nations.
It's a lot.
Charles,
if I may, right? And the reason why, because we've been so indoctrinated with America. We believe that a heathen is somebody that don't go to church. When you watch what was the show? Sanford and Son? And you used to hear people say that. And then just like you said, on the street, especially with my grandmother, if you didn't go to church, you was a heathen. You know what I mean? And a heathen to us was somebody who didn't go to church.
Or stayed outside too long.
Or did, or party.
Or party, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So we got that thought being young. And then when we had children and brought our children up, we taught them the same thing. And that's how we fell into not understanding or remembering what a heathen really was.
Right. Right. That's exactly what it is. Because everything, definitions, they all evolve. You know what I mean? And that's what it be. And sometimes we get taught in the middle of evolution of those terms, and that's what they be to us. So it's like
definitions revolve because our oppressor wants to keep us with those blinders on. So they make words, and this is what they talk about etymology. Etymology is when they make a word that you know the meaning of a word, but they'll say, well, in law terms, this word means this. That way, when they get you in court, and then, you know what I mean, and then something goes. There we go. We just went to OBS. There we go.
Well, I don't get excited and then be like, nah, no, not yet. All right, let me get this. So this is out of the Zondervan Compact, the Compact Zondervan Bible Dictionary. This right here, this is the definition of heathen. Heathen, people, nation, usually used for a non-Israelitish people, and thus has the meaning of Gentile. What's this? Something else. All right. So yeah. So even when I asked ChatGPT And I say it because I knew I was going to forget mine, but I'm glad I forgot we got one at school. But I asked, what's the definition of heathen according to, the Compact Bible Dictionary? And she gave me something else. Let me see if I can find it. It should be still in my chat with her. But it just, yeah, there you go, right. All right. First, she gave me the wrong page. Okay, and it's like she's quoting it, but she didn't.
Right.
So she told me it's on 213. On page 213 is it's actually about Ham. So I don't know if somehow I ain't gonna give her no credit for it. She thought something.
Ham is a heathen.
There you go. Go good. You know what I mean? But it was like, wait, because that's when we go, that's how I go to the, break down Ham. You know what I mean? The youngest son of Noah, all that, But it's like, that's what she told me heathen was. She said, using scripture to denote non-Israelite nations, those who did not acknowledge the God of Israel or practice ideology.
That's right.
It's right, yeah, but I'm saying like for her, like she gave me here we go. She gave me the evolved version, which is, somebody that practiced ideology and, did not acknowledge God.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like that can still be somebody that don't go to church or, whoever Honesta was, or Fred Sanford.
It's
But that's what she, and that's not even in the Bible, not in the dictionary, the Bible dictionary.
Who you said did that?
Chat GPT?
You know what I'm saying, but who made that? Chat GPT.
Oh, America did, right? Oh yeah, the great whore. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She gonna definitely lie to you. You know what I mean? It's like sure he got the front. The king. You know what I mean? She dance on us and get us all drunk with lust, and we romanticize everything that she tells us to do and celebrate. You gotta be bad when you get people to celebrate the destruction of another people.
Right.
When you the same fate you was met with before. Our brothers and sisters was taking over on the ships first. You know what I mean? Native American brothers, you know what I mean? They were on the ships first before we were.
Right.
Then we got on ships. But yeah, we celebrating a holiday. The same people, the Spaniards, the same people that conquered us. We, you know what I mean? They got them in half the world. We celebrate Thanksgiving. You understand? Go ahead.
Like they went through it first before us. Now we don't give them no respect.
You don't give no respect.
We don't give them no respect. And those are our brothers. They went through the war. They went through the war in America before we went through the war.
Yeah, well, the thing we didn't go through.
To fight for their land.
We didn't go through a war though. Like blacks, we didn't fight. There was no great fight between blacks and Europeans.
Well,
It was just them.
But they just went like they got took out of their own land.
Yeah.
Man, they had to fight for it.
All right, hold on. Let me get the rest of these, man. All right, so all right, so then we get to Monday, which is named after the moon. That's Moon Day. Yeah, after Sunday. So after Sunday, you got the Moon Day. And and the Christians actually fought for it. They actually so there was a time where they were saying that they wanted to change Sunday to what did they change it to? Damn, it's a lot. I got the M on those. Sunday, the other name for Sunday, Domingo. That's what it is, Domingo. I think that's Spanish.
Yeah.
But I think America tried to fight. I mean, Christians tried to fight for it to be. No.
We know all this.
Domingo.
All this Spanish sound thing.
It do. I ain't gonna. It do. But I'm gonna get back. But that's what I think I lost it. All right, here we go. All right, so Tuesday. Tuesday comes from Twig, which is a Norse god. It's a Norse god of war. It comes from tway, something like that. Twiz or tway. I believe it's twiz, but that's where Tuesday come from. So you got Wednesday, which is Odin's day, which is Woden. It's either Odin or Woden. It's Woden or it's Odin. It's both of them. It's easy because they come from first. It was Babylonian gods, and then the Roman gods. No, it's the Norse gods. Then it was the Roman gods. So the names like they intertwine, but of course we know it was now Wednesday, but it's both of them. The chief Norse god. Okay, I should just kind of read it. The chief Norse god is in Old English is Woden's. It was Woden's dog, which is Woden's day. Yeah. Thursday, named after Thor. Right. He's another Norse god. Old English. What's that? Pernish dog. And I'm not even sure how to actually pronounce it. Pernish dog. But turns out it's Thor's day. Then Friday we got Frigg or Freya, which is another Norse goddess. She's a goddess. She's the goddess of love. That's Frigg's day. Right. Friday. And then Saturday, named after Saturn, the planet, or the Roman god. Because Saturn actually named after the planet. Planet was named after that god, which is the god of agriculture. Saturn's day. Saturn. So the Romance language is like Spanish and French today are mostly derived from Latin planetarian gods. Like Lunes, that's moon. Martes, which is Mars. Mercury, which is Mercury. You know what I mean? Etc. Get this. All right, so January, this is the name of the months. So January, Janus, named after Janus. Janus is the Roman god of doors, of opening and beginning. Did you know about this god? So this is why we celebrate. That's why it's on New Year's Day, because it's the god of beginning and end. So he actually has two heads. One looking to the future, one looking to the past. That's Janus. Yeah, that's what New Year's is about. The whole celebration. Go ahead,
I was about to say that. That's where you get the Father Time and Baby New Year. Beginning and the end.
Right.
Yeah. Or not Father Time, but they always show the little old man when the years going out, and then the baby.
That is Father Time.
Father Time. Okay. All right. And the baby New Year is the beginning of the New Year. It's old and the new. There's so many things that we used to worship we never knew about.
Yes.
No.
The
Heathens.
Yeah. Baby. Man. All right. So February comes from February. That's a Roman purification festival, and that's Fabua is the god. I think it's Fabua. So I don't think that's a goddess. I think that's a dude. I think Fabua.
The people running around there.
So that's which got translated to Valentine's Day. But it's what is it? It's say it again, sir.
That's it.
But
it's in February.
It's I forgot the name of the holiday.
Valentine's.
Oh wait, what is it?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so not Valentine's with the original name.
Yeah.
So before it was Valentine's Day, it
was a holiday. They called it
fertility.
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 Oh, that's right. That's where the little baby came. Isn't that a baby? The little guy.
No, it's
Yeah, that's right. The little angel dude with the
Cupid.
He's
Come.
Cupid.
I think he's got a diaper. I think it's grown ass man, but he just
I think
wears diapers. So like,
He came in.
well,
Right.
the fertility part was the all right. In Roman times, the fertility part was when the women everybody used to be running around like naked,
Okay.
and they would have the straps, and they would be hitting them with the straps.
right,
It was supposed to make them fertile.
right.
It's a whole lot with that. That Valentine's Day is a wicked holiday.
Yeah, I read some stuff about
Yeah, that's a whole breakdown in itself.
hard and
Yeah.
who got things Valentine, right?
Valentine.
Also, Valentine, the dude actually, because like it evolved. So Valentine was a dude that actually. So I'm not sure. I think the whole thing is mythological, but I think he like married two people when they were, I think, incarcerated. It was in jail or something. If I'm like,
I wouldn't doubt it.
yeah, it was something like that.
Little story.
Yeah, but he supposed to have been this dude that he was all about love or something like that.
Right.
It's something funny like that. But all right, so March, which is named after Mars, the Roman god of war, was originally the first month. You know what I'm saying? But the months got the calendar. How many month calendar they had? Like first it was the lunar calendar,
Right.
then it was the Julian calendar, and then the Pope got involved, and then it was now we live by the Gregorian calendar.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they had a leap year.
They mixed the days up and
They mixed them and added months. It's first and that's another reason why like zodiac signs don't make sense, because when zodiac signs were invented, when they were created, they the sign like the sun was in
stars and different.
it was the stars, but they went by the sun because like they had they had a lunar, which is they go by the moon.
Right.
That's how they change. But then solar, which is them going by the sun. And some sad to say with zodiac signs, they'd be like, I'm a Cancer with a moon rising or sun setting, something
In the moon.
all that stuff. It goes together. Right.
With stars and Mercury was over here.
Right.
All that type of stuff.
Right, go. So all that stuff go there. But the thing is, when they did it, the sun wasn't in this. What is it? I want to say atmosphere, not atmosphere.
You mean
And I don't want to say galaxy, just something like the galaxy.
no, it wasn't in the at the you know how it sets like in the wintertime it's the furthest from the sun. I mean the furthest from the earth, and in the summertime the sun is the closest to the earth. It's what they call that
That would be the galaxy.
no. It's it's like what they call it like when you had the longest day of the year and then you had the shortest day of the year, they say that's the what they call it. It's a
Not a
term.
year.
No, it's a term that they use
Oh.
for when the sun is the furthest away from the earth, and it's another term when the sun is the closest to the earth, and they call it it's like oh man, the shortest day in what they call it? They say it's
perihelion.
Hold up. Oh man,
With the solstice.
you making me think.
Solstice. That sounds like some solstice.
Yeah, like the winter solstice. Yeah,
When the solstice.
yeah. That's it right there. It's the summer solstice and the winter solstice. So it's like the winter solstice is when the sun is the furthest away from the earth. The summer solstice is when the sun is the closest. So it's like the hottest day of the year, and then you get the coldest, the shortest days.
Right.
Where the wintertime is the coldest and the longest, and then the summertime
it's the harvest and the, I think that
God,
there's a solstice, summer solstice and a winter solstice. But they got a whole lot of stuff they do, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's a whole lot of worshiping that goes along with the with those times of the year.
God, all of it is. God, sir. Go ahead, man.
Is there zodiac signs for like summer and winter and like
No.
fall?
Zodiac signs, zodiac signs are all year round. It's one for like every month. It's 12 of them. Actually, it's 13. They only recognize the 12.
You ain't recognize the 12.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, another thing. So you don't know what you is. You might think you a Cancer or, you know what I mean?
Hey,
It depends.
you know what?
Right.
That was important to women back in the day.
Yes. I talk to you. What's your sign?
What's your sign?
Oh, it's still is today. Yeah, it's still, I promise
It
you.
should be somebody. Where is like, hold up. What do you say? What's
Yeah,
your
we
sign?
need to break it down to you too.
Yeah,
You
man.
act just like what it's.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. See, man, but see, you get to talking a little aggressive
Right.
or talking in a way or disagreeing.
Yeah, he
What you is? Oh my! That's why you talk like that. I knew it. There you go. You got it. Okay, you done.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna work between us. Yeah, we don't go together.
Yeah,
Two signs not gonna work.
Start pulling out the newspaper, reading.
Uh,
Oh, the newspaper.
wasn't that the most important thing on Sunday?
Couldn't wait to get to the mini page.
Right.
The mini page.
Yeah, remember that?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, let me get if I could, let me get Leviticus chapter 19, verse 26.
I got it.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 26.
Leviticus 19 and
26.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 26. Ye shall not eat anything with the blood.
So that's right. It's like we got understanding about being an Israelite and understanding, you know me, about being under the Most High's protection. There's commandments and there's a way of life that we must live. We can't be like everybody else. Like, you know what I mean? We Babylonians and the Pharaohs and, you know what I mean, just all the Egyptians and the Syrians, yeah, everybody that we was under the captivity of, they all live a certain way. They do whatever the hell they want. You know what I mean? Everybody was living how they wanted before the Most High gave these laws, statutes, commandments to Adam.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Adam was blessed, man. You know what I mean? The Most High held a camp. You know what I mean?
Right.
That seventh day, man, he gave that man everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they, you know what I mean? We still somehow went against it. You know what I mean? But there's things that we can't do. And one of those things, like, you don't eat nothing with the blood in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was young, though, even like medium well wasn't, I was like, nah, I still see red. Nah. It was weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm older now. I'm older now. That's how I get it. I get medium well because, you know, I just, you know what I mean? But I've seen oppressors.
I said about bro.
Man, just touch it. Man.
Yeah, but you know something, and this is the problem too, right? Because I remember when I was young, black people didn't eat no meat that blood came out.
None.
But if you look at them now, see a lot of them following.
Yeah.
Press it down.
Yeah.
Meat, medium rare.
Yeah.
Give it to you.
Look at that.
You know what I mean?
Well, I don't like being so, but that's
Okay. Yeah, but I say, yo, how you know that's blood still coming out?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's flavor. I said, oh, you can listen to white people.
Yeah, well,
That's flavor.
actually gets his medium well.
Blood,
And when you press it, it's still
blood coming out.
yeah.
Yes, man.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's against God. God don't want us being like that. Like that, we don't understand. Like it's just like children. But like children, you tell your children they can't do stuff because they don't understand it. Like my daughter, she don't understand why, you know what I mean, I gotta keep stopping her from doing stuff that she feel like she wanna touch. She wanna touch this. She wanna touch the bottom of a shoe. She wanna, you know what I mean, she wanna put a mouth on everything. She don't understand it. I'm not about to sit and explain it to her either. Just stop.
No. Taste and don't want to do it no more.
Yes,
man.
Yep.
I don't know. This right here, him, man, I done took everything out his mouth. He had a bug in his mouth, a penny, man,
Stuff stuck up your nose.
Yeah,
everything. But the thing we don't realize it until our bodies get older.
Right.
And now we got cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From eating pork. From eating what the Most High told us, we got, you know what I mean, the body, it ain't the same body you got when you're young.
You can eat the
yeah, you can do that.
Man. Yeah, but you know something though, think about this too, right? Reading this coming up, it was only one type of cancer. Coming up, you only got lung cancer. And 9 times out of 10, you'd be like, oh, he was a smoker.
Yeah, it was a smoking ban.
Now, because of everything that the heathen do, everything that the oppressor do, everything that they're putting into all of this food, now you got cancers, lymphome cancer, whatever. You know, all these cancers you never even heard of.
Right.
You know, in the 70s and the 80s.
Now people who never smoked a cigarette a day in their life.
Right. Yep.
That cancer.
Yep.
Good,
Neither shall ye use enchantment.
You're not supposed to use enchantment. Like, you know what I mean? I was on Sister Page earlier. I don't even know how it popped up. Like, I'm on YouTube. I'm just scrolling.
Right.
And some live videos came up with women. It was all women doing like tarot readings and stuff like that. So
that's popular now with women. Yeah.
It would, because look, after I get off her page, like 3 more of them popped up. I'm like, dang, what's going on? And this was like early this morning.
So you look at that one and add it up, put it in your.
But the thing, I didn't even like this. Be like, because I seen it, I scrolled past because I didn't know it was live, and then I was like, damn, hold up, is it all these live? It was like 6 in the morning.
So when you come back and stop, and then it's gonna pop up.
So yeah, they did that. She blocked me though. She was like, I just asked her because I'm trying to start the conversation because I asked her first. I was like, "Do you believe in God?"
Right.
And because I was like, it don't need to be having it because I was about to break out some precepts for her.
Right.
So I'm asking her first, like, "Do you believe in God?" And she was like, so she didn't respond right away. So I just put the precept up about enchantments and stuff.
Right.
And she was like, she's like, you see what I'm saying? People always trying to take your spirit, trying to kill it. I don't even know how to say his name or this person's name. I don't know what it is. I don't even know how to say this name, but why you over here bothering me? Talking about, do I know? I know God. I got a relationship with God. You don't know that I'm here doing the work right now. What you doing?
Right.
It's 4:40 in the morning where I'm at. What you doing?
Right.
Then I said to the cloud, like I asked PK Baltimore, you know what I mean? You should check it out. You know what I mean? I'm still being nice.
Right.
She at war.
Right.
She fighting me, but I'm still. Yeah. I'm like, yo.
Because she knows she's not fighting them. She not doing the work of the Lord. She doing just what you asked her. She knew why you was asking.
Right.
She got offended.
Right.
You know what I mean? So and getting offended, her defenses went up. So that's how we're at.
But those are enchantments.
Right.
And go ahead, sir.
What is
Last part. Say it again.
What are enchantments?
Enchantments are, let's get the definition. Enchantments. If you got it, sir, if you can get it.
I mean,
I'll get it.
My nephew need to know what enchantment means. Enchantment, a feeling of great pleasure or delight. The state of being under a spell. So when a spell, you know, when you say the Pledge of Allegiance, that's a spell. Pledge of Allegiance, when you pledge your allegiance to a flag, you pledge your allegiance away from your own nation
Right.
to another nation. That's a spell. That's an enchantment. You understand? You ever sing the Star Spangled Banner, right? It gives you that spirit of America. And in giving us that spirit of America, it makes you forget about what America has done to us. You understand? You see black people get on there and talk about America's the greatest country ever. You understand? We wouldn't be nowhere if we wasn't in America. That's a spirit, that's a spell, that's an enchantment. It's a lot of ways enchantments can work. You understand what I'm saying? Through music. Music makes black people do things crazy. You understand? Of course, our oppressor's already crazy, so he's the enchantments specialist.
Yeah, right.
And so like in school, when we do the Pledge of Allegiance or anything called the announcement, like the teacher just be saying just stand up even if you don't want to, even if you don't want to. I just sit down. I just sit down.
Yeah.
I don't even stand up.
I ain't even try to pressure you into it. Like they already know.
That's a spell right there. She's trying to coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To stand. The next thing you know, oh, you can just put your hand over. Oh, you can put your hand over. Just say a couple of words. You know, the next thing you know, they got you saying it. And that was a powerful over your heart.
Turn this way.
Yeah.
Right.
That was a powerful thing when we was in school because
Yes.
yeah.
You know about her. I know about her.
By the time we got to junior high school, we were so in spirit by that Pledge of Allegiance and Star Spangled Banner that we sang it with pride. You understand what I'm saying? Not understanding the significance of it because it enchants you with the spirit of America. It makes you, just like you said, forget about everything that has happened to us. You understand? And forget about everything that's still happening. You know, so.
Do they still say it in school?
Yeah.
I've been out of school so long, I don't even know. Did they still be saying the pledge?
Yes.
That's right.
Well, I mean, you know what? Why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? Because a lot of us don't teach our children. And
that's another thing. Why would they?
Yeah, they wouldn't dare. They wouldn't stop because they have to think about it. It's a cycle. And your generation, my generation, and his generation, they have to keep recycling.
Right.
And 95 to 98% of us don't teach our children that, oh, well, this is what happened to us. This is why we shouldn't.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So they can give up the 3% to get the 97%. You know what I mean? That's why we still joining their military. That's why we still joining that police force. That's why we still doing all of these things, joining Congress and the Senate. Nothing has changed for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's that enchantment.
You guys, let me shout out to Officer Karai. Karai to come in the chat. And King A. Appreciate the chat in there. Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay. King Andrew.
He's been in here with us a couple times. That's the brother that's the truth. I'm not the truth, but the young man.
Okay. All right. Man, shout out to you, bro. Go ahead, what you got, man?
And this is why I'm so thankful for my father because in pre-K,
Right.
it was like the first day. Yeah, it was the first day of pre-K, and I did the Pledge of Allegiance, and then I came back home, and then like I told my dad about that, like about the things, like about all the things I did in the first day of pre-K, and then my dad said like don't do the Pledge of Allegiance because we're not supposed to do it, and then I think he gave me a couple of precepts, I think, and then he just told me to really watch and then do the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, let me get Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 9.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 9. When thou come into
Now we've been given lands, and we also been put into a lot of captivities under these people. You know what I'm saying? Most High gave us rules before we went there.
Right.
You know,
Thou shalt not learn to do the abominations of those nations.
abomination that these nations have a lot of abominations. Most High will go down the line and explain to us what these abominations are. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass down the fire.
Pass through the fire.
Pass through the fire.
Pass through the fire. We're not supposed to sacrifice our kids to none. Those people, like, we went through captivities of people that were sacrificing their kids, especially Molech, any other god. You know what I mean? Sacrifice your kids. The Most High said, don't do that garbage. You know what I'm saying? That's not for y'all. That's not my people. We don't do that. We are holy people unto the Most High. You understand? Go ahead.
Or that you, that nation, or an observation,
Hold on. Where you at?
observance of times, or an enchanter,
Hold
or
on. Hold on. Start from the top.
verse 10. There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire of devastation,
The fire.
or
Hold on, man. Go there. You see it when you see those comments, you gotta pause right there.
You want me to start from the top again?
No, just start from or after the comment.
Or that using divination.
All right, so you know what a divination is?
Wow.
I know what I tell you every time. Just look it up. You know what sage. You know what divination is, sister?
Destroying something? Is that?
Nah, divination is it actually divination. That's how you pronounce it.
Divine nation.
Oh, say it.
Divination.
Divination.
It's divine divination.
It's divination.
Or
Yeah. DIVINATION. You got it, man?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The practice of seeking to obtain hidden knowledge
Of hidden knowledge.
about a feature past or unknown by supernatural means.
All right, so divination, someone that uses divinations is someone that tell you your future, like a tarot reader.
Oh, it's
You know? Yeah.
What was the lady name back in the day?
Cleo.
Cleo.
Call me now. Yeah. Oh yeah.
She got
And
paid from years.
yeah.
I was a kid, and I remember even as an adult, when I got my first job, she was still getting paid.
She was still getting paid. I remember that was the first lady I saw smoke a cigarette on a commercial.
Man,
Yeah.
that's the, you know what's sad? Because that's just died of cancer.
Oh,
Yeah. She and I mean the worst part about it, like, is they got caught up. Everything got shut down.
Too bad she couldn't tell that.
Hey.
Too bad she couldn't predict that.
I wasn't gonna do it. Nah, that's heavy. Yeah, that's it. Like, she definitely should have known. Like, if I know the future and I know I'm gonna get cancer, I'm gonna be like, I need to stop smoking. Yeah.
And I was in elementary school all the way through high school.
Yeah.
And even when I got out of school, she was still doing,
Yeah, she was still doing her thing.
still doing her thing.
Got that. But yeah, that's what divination is. Go ahead, man. Well, what else? What else? The Most High's which is abomination.
I'm
I'm
done.
You want to go to 11?
He didn't do.
I did do 10. I finished it.
You stopped at divination, but we just now broke
No, I
it.
didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Divination.
Uh-huh.
Or an observation of time.
An observer of time.
Oh, it's a
Observer of times is someone that that's what our oppressor does. That's really why they created the calendars. So that because in the beginning, when the Most High gave Adam when he gave him the truth, when he gave him that breath of life, and he gave him the truth. Before that, the stars, everything was created. When in Genesis, in the beginning, when the earth was created the earth, the moon, and the stars. All those things were for to let us know times. The stars, the moon. The moon was to let us know when a new month is. That's actually what moon means in Hebrew.
Right.
Month. So if you actually know a moon, you can tell when it's a full moon. Do you know when it's a full moon, sis?
It's show a full moon, right?
So actually, nah. So actually, a full moon. You know when it's a new month. Matter of fact, that's something. I'm sorry. A new month is when you don't see the moon.
Okay.
That's when you know a month is in. Yeah.
I heard that. Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So that's how that's what we were taught. You know what I mean. We know the seasons. That's how Adam knew how to till the garden.
Right.
Because you got to know the when to plant, what seeds.
Right.
You know what I mean? What seeds are going to survive? What time? When winter comes, fall, spring. You got to know all these things. Most High gave them all of that. These heathens didn't have all that. They had to search the stars and all that to know, like, yo, how we going to survive? Like, all the crops keep dying. What's going on? So they had to initiate and create a calendar system to know, all right, this is when you do this. This is when you plant this. This is when we need to have this put aside and all this. You know what I mean? So we can survive. You know what I mean? But that's, you know what I mean, observer of times. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man. Enchanter, pretty much somebody just someone that seduces you. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
or a witch.
A witch. That's the one that get people stumped a little bit. You know what a witch is, sister? According to the scriptures. Okay. You know what's a witch?
A witch is like somebody that lies or like that does heathenly things.
All right, so a witch is actually today. A witch today is a drug dealer. A witch is, think about everything that you know about a witch. A witch puts together potions. Put them into a pot, a rabbit foot, some herbs, toadstool, you know what I mean? Some smurfs, you know what I mean? Put it in a pot, you know what I mean? And look at the flip of the wrist.
Yeah.
Look at the flip of the wrist. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a concoction the way as though someone will give this to her and she'll fall in love with you. She'll never, or give this to him and
He'll become a zombie.
yeah, he'll be a zombie. You know what I mean?
Zombies do we see in downtown?
Man, what? The Valley of Dry Bones. Yes.
They was somebody,
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Even over
Yeah.
all the way.
That's witchcraft.
That's the witchcraft. That's what happened. You know what I mean? You're given something to make you forget everything. And it's only for a time. But the thing is, once that high comes down, now you a slave to that.
Do it.
Yeah.
But you start chasing.
They start taking,
yeah.
and now you need it.
Right.
Now you need it.
There you go.
That's a drug dealer. You know what I mean? A drug dealer is a witch because they take control of you, and now you're theirs. Now you know what I mean? You guys know? It's black.
No.
Oh, it's that. Go ahead, man. Let's go do these. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Or a charm. Or a charm. Or a
Yeah.
consultant.
All right, that's what you were trying to tell me. That's crazy. Hold on, let me drop that. Yo, that's crazy. I did not know it was 8:54. Hold up.
The time is crazy right now.
It's kind of sis. That's man. I'm trying to dig deep like it's 7:20 or something. Hold up, let me see.
Everywhere.
Let me see. Hold up. All right, let me get this will be my last preset. Let me get Daniel. Matter of fact, no. To start with birthdays, let me get this one. This is the one. Let me get
The start of birthdays.
let me get Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 1.
Is this?
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointment.
A good name. This is for everybody that feels like because your mother and father had sex, it brought you into the world, that now you deserve to be worshipped and honored on a day that you had nothing to do with. You had nothing to do. All you did what was natural. The Most High lets you come through.
Right.
You know what I mean? Get out of the matrix and now you're here. You understand? That, but a good name. You know what that means, man? A good name. What does that mean? A good name is better than precious ointment.
Probably like respectability.
Say it again.
Respectability.
Respectability. That's it. People respect a good name. A good name is everything. Because you can have a bad name. A good name is somebody that if they say, if I'm gonna say I'm gonna be here at 7, I'll be here, and I'm here at 7. Now I have a name. People like, yeah, I know him. He go
Good representation.
a good day, exactly. So there you go. That's more precious than ointment, than precious ointment. Slot. Go ahead.
And the day of death than the days of one's birth.
The day. Now, why do you think it would say that the day of death than the day of one's birth? Why do you think it would say that? You get chime in too, sister. If you want. If you know the answer, you know why it would say that. You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
And the day of death. Well, let me start back at the top. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So go ahead. What you got, man?
Probably like with there was this painter, right? Like he was like they didn't really notice him when he was alive, but when he was dead, like they really started to notice him. Is that what he's talking about?
So this and thing.
What did you do? What did you do on the day of your birth? What did you,
Read. I was alive.
well, how much did you do on the day of your birth?
Right.
You didn't do nothing.
Nothing.
But by the time you die, how much have you done by the time you died?
Oh,
That's important. What you do while you're alive and everything that you've done up to that death. But being born,
Yes.
not,
Yeah.
Oh, you
as
do.
opposed to the things that you do after.
You got a long time.
Right. That upon your death is more important than upon your birth.
Yeah, so that like the greatest example of that we have is Yahushua.
Right.
Nobody knows his birthday.
Right.
But we know how he
We know how
died.
he died. We don't know how
You know
he was
what I'm saying?
born. We know how he was born.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But the most important things was everything that he did while he was living,
Right.
all the way up until his death. So we know important stuff. We don't know nothing about when he was in kindergarten, nothing like that. But everything that he done,
Right. He made a
we
name.
know
for
all
himself.
of that stuff. He made a name for himself.
Right. With that, pass over to preaching officer.
Right. Excellent class. Excellent class. All right. Security announcements. We're the ISUPK out of 1 West, 125th Street, all in New York, under commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashera. A tenth of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund. A free will offering for the priest, Salakia. A free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, up and coming holy convocation. It's the Feast of Hanukkah, 14th December. The 14th of December, 2025. That's a high holy day. Everybody be here, so we can do the family thing, Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourself together. All right. Remind Aki Makwadian to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, so on. For YouTube, for ISUPK material and events. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he has to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, pants, shirts, headband, and scarf. With that, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Imajim. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Imajim. Imajim Shabbat, Imajim Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Yagimata, saw, turn face to sister, sister stand. We will give one courtesy salute to the sister. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim Barak, Yahweh Shema, Thumb by Shemi Awashah, Yahweh Shema, Thumb,
Right?
Thumb, by Hashem, Yahushua. Y'all give me time. Class dismissed. Right. What, you been practicing or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Right. You good? The other one in the corner over here. Down bottom. There. Oh, slide. There you go. There you go.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're